But, something gets in. We will do our best not to kill it.
Centipedes, you die.
But that, yeah. Oh, God, years ago. So the little kitchen area in a warehouse. And my sister's in the office. And suddenly I hear her screaming like she is being axe murdered. She got in there, was going to put her used coffee cup in the sink, and then looked down. And in the cup in the sink was, a humongous freaking centipede. Oh, my God. The noise that she made was
deafening.
Oh,
they get really big at our office.
Really?
Eric had to go in and rescue her from the centipede.
Yeah. And and they're common. Like, because we're
right on top of March. Actually, I found out 9 Mile Creek or whatever it is. Pretty much, they paved over it where my building is.
Oh my God!
So I'm trying to figure out why.
So you're on a centipede burial ground, and they're coming to haunt you.
Yeah.
It was just, but like I said, very, very rarely, usually when it gets cold, just like any building in Minnesota will get a critter, I will do my absolute damnedest to shoo it outside. But most of the time we don't, sometimes we just don't have a choice.
Do you guys use exterminators? Okay.
Yeah. But it just is. And we do our day, but it's
Even
actually
though
pretty
I've
good.
always thought it would be funny if we could just get a cat.
That you guys, warehouse cats are great.
We really need a house pussy. We really,
you do.
Really,
you need fantasy
really
gives pussy.
Well, my mom is at the office all the time, but she's allergic to cats, so there's a problem there.
Okay,
but now we have poison, so
No, there's some really fun places that I've shopped that have warehouses and they have cats and they take them in and they're like, and the cats have a riot because people pet them all the time.
Used Fixture Place in town here.
Bob's.
And he's got the.
Is that the one up by 94 in Minneapolis?
Yeah.
Well, we go there too.
And
Litten paper.
And I'm just laughing because I go over there and they've got their little black cat. It's like. And it's like it knows that I'm a cat person.
Yeah.
It will actually come up to me and I can pick it up and scritch it for a little bit. I don't, and then I put it down. But when I went out the other day, because I went to go swab up for some shelf brackets, I look under my car and I see a shadow and I'm like, oh no, you cannot be under my car.
Oh God. I've met that cat. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Maharajas.
Do they have one too?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nice. Let's try to get through the kinky animals here quick, guys. Anglerfish, which those things are just damn creepy anyway. Those are the ones that have the things
from Nemo, with the big teeth. And
they
have what looks
the
dangly
light,
thing.
The lantern looking
coming
thing.
up. They're just nasty looking. They don't have any males. None exist because after birth, they bite a female and permanently fuse to her body, providing sperm for the rest of their freaky conjoined lives. Ew. So they make themselves into Siamese twins. Ew. Isn't that gross?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you look like that, that's probably about the only thing you could do.
Yeah, totally.
Not that I'm trying to be, speciest here, but oh my God, and I don't shouldn't have any anglerfish body shame, but that just sounds a little weird.
Have you seen the fish that eats testicles? Will bite human testicles, and it has real human teeth.
The teeth look human, and it's a little bit overblown. And they found one here in a lake or something like that. But it's a tropical fish. They grow really big, so people get them small, and then they dump them in the lakes. And then once we have winter, they all die because they can't live through that. But the teeth do look sort of human. It's just
sort
weird.
of human.
Okay.
Okay, I got one for you. So my sister and her husband, notorious family horn dogs from, and they're in their mid to upper 60s now, and they still are like the family horn dogs, right? Mm-hmm. Which, God bless them, they raised 3 beautiful boys, blah, blah, blah. But when their kids were little and they had a cabin, they were up there. And they were in the lake, skinny dipping and getting busy. And as my sister describes my brother-in-law stood up, yelling, screaming, and walked on water out of the lake. And she had been saying, John, I feel something swimming. And she's like, oh, shut up, it's a lake. Rah, 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 rah. Oh, it was a fish, and it bit his balls. But the best part about it is, there's a Polaroid. Which everybody in the family has seen. And we found it recently. The old box of pictures came out. This picture, there is this red ring right on his balls. And I'm like, who took this? And it's like, oh, his brother's wife. So she was a nurse. Oh, well, everybody better take a look. So not only does he get his balls bitten by a fish in the lake, everybody sees it. And it's on, for posterity.
Friend whose nipple got bit, Lake Minnetonka, and so we
bite moles and stuff on your body.
We do tease about that, and so obviously when this news story came out about this, everyone was sending him the
Yeah.
news story. Going,
Yeah.
David, it could have been worse.
The fish was gross.
Oh, it's a funny picture, true story. Okay, a couple more animals left as we're wrapping up the Great Northern Sex Cast today. I tried to find a good pronouncer on this. So if I'm saying this wrong, everybody, I do apologize. But the antigenous, it looks like something between a cross between a mouse and a hedgehog. Okay. And they have sex with any and all females nonstop for up to 14 hours each. And you can YouTube and find videos of these guys doing this. And they die of exhaustion. Oh. Wouldn't you like a little of that quality in your man? I'm just saying.
That happens to the
No, because
deers,
I want
right?
to keep doing it.
Or caribou.
Yeah, I mean, no. See, it's too much work to find a new guy. I like my guy, and my guy should stay here for a long, long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I was a little tiny marsupial or a little critter, that, I mean, I suppose if you're gonna go, but
we all are of something.
I think that happens in rutting season, but they're fighting to, you know, and they just keep fighting until somebody dies.
Yeah. Doesn't sound as much fun. No. It's quite kind of depressing, actually. But the banana slugs. Ew. Oh, I'm such not a slimy.
I do not like slugs.
Okay. Well, these are hermaphrodites, and they have penises the size of their own bodies. So they're basically giant penises because, well, basically they look exactly like giant penises. So that's that. This one's weird, and I don't fully profess to understand this. Whiptail lizard. Ever heard of that? Mm-mm. Okay. Listen to this one. They've done away with the entire male species and instead have lesbian sex with one another, taking turns acting as the male to stimulate egg production. The resulting babies are clones of whoever was playing the female last. I don't even know how that's possible, but that's literally what it said.
well, it's like, well,
Isn't that weird?
Well, they just went. I guess they
So
went
the
from
eggs are fertilized, basically.
Yeah,
They must-
I mean, they're just always born pregnant.
Yeah. And
Something.
then they come out. Yeah. I always thought mallards were mated for life, right? And my mother-in-law was like, I don't think so. And she gave me like a copy, of like the mating patterns of mallards. And they actually engage in gang rape.
Really? Mm-hmm. I've lost so much respect. Those used to be my favorite dogs.
I know.
No. Well, I was like the effect. I don't live that far away from the Chain of Lakes area, and occasionally you just like. It hasn't happened this year, but I've had ducks lay eggs in my yard, and I'm thinking, this is not a good spot. you have to cross. You have to walk. You have to walk too far to get to a large body of water.
Yeah.
Because once the little chicks are hatched, 24 hours later they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so I came home one day. I now know folks have actually had them, they have a big flower pot on their like second story porch, or third story porch. I'm like, I don't know where they're going to go.
Yeah.
They got to get everyone in a box and bring them outside.
Or get them a kiddie pool at least to start out with. I did that one year in California. I got them a kiddie pool. They were so cute and they took off. But it was so fun watching them and I even put like a piece of wood so that they had a plank because they were too tiny to get up the lip. And the mom, mom was in there and was like, that was like a fun 2 weeks that we had.
Oh yeah, that's so cute.
The last two kinky animals having kinkier sex than we are, macaque monkeys. These are funny. They bribe the ladies with fruit to get a peek of their monkey junk. And alpha males try to keep certain females all for themselves, but the ladies frequently have promiscuous secret sex with multiple partners behind the alpha's back. So monkeys are just like us.
Yes.
Except it's the ladies that are...
Little dogs. They play that. They'll say, okay, fine, I'll be in your harem.
Yeah.
Psst. Hey, buddy, come over here. And finally, last on our list, guys, pandas.
Oh.
Panda bears. Captive pandas have to be shown panda porn. Otherwise, they won't mate.
Because they don't know how.
They don't know how.
And they don't have a drive, huh?
No, they really have to.
They're just too busy. They're too busy eating. Because they only eat
Because
what
I've never
they only
seen
eat,
like
bamboo, right?
I'm pretty sure that other than koalas, the panda bears. I mean, because there's maybe I'll find a link for it and I'll give it to you. But there's a link I found where there's a sanctuary in China. You can watch the pandas. 24/7 panda cam. And whenever I see the panda's pretty much just being. You go to a zoo, the panda's being. I mean, they're not. I'm pretty sure a panda has never, thrown crap at a small one. I mean, they're just. And when I say same thing with koala bears. I mean, they're just sleeping all the time.
Clipped onto a tree. Oh God! Speaking of novelties, remember when everybody had a Clippy koala?
Oh.
Admit it, you had one.
Or the backpacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it had the. I don't. And like the weirdest things just become like I mean, no different than when the kids now had those little quarter, tiny little foamy toys that were a quarter. I'm thinking, or Tamagotchi, whatever. It's just there's always something. I mean, that having an older kid now, I have no idea what the what the 5-year-old sets into. Loop
now?
So it's your turn now to figure out what the what the thing's going to be when he hits school coming up.
Yeah.
Well, next week we've got a really special show. Colleen, where are you off to?
I'm off to Hawaii.
Woo! Yeah. Are you taking the daughter?
I'm taking the daughter and the boy.
Oh, good.
And so I figure
would not be a fun birthday if you didn't have the boy with.
Yeah, it's a big, it's the big 50, and I decided, honestly, I had a humongous 40th birthday party years ago, and I'm like, so I've done the big party thing, and I adore travel.
Do you get a separate bedroom for her then?
No, it's not really. She would not like that. And it's
too bad.
Too damned expensive.
Too
Got
bad.
it. Hawaii is. Well, I hope you have a great time. We have
Send her to the pool.
Yeah, we have a special show coming up for you next week. We've got a compilation of a lot of different great, knowledgeable characters that are in the industry, vendors for fantasy gifts. And Tara and Colleen sort of lead their way through this episode of interviews that we're going to be releasing next week.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, episode 31. Some really good information. So we'll look forward to that. Liz, thanks for coming in. It's a long time no Liz.
Yeah.
Good to see you. And Colleen, happy birthday early and happy flying.
Yeah, it'd be. I'm like, I think I'm already on vacation actually.
Oh, you're there.
But I'm doing things like, okay, we have to eat out a lot because I don't want any food, and so I'm just looking for.
Oh, you don't want food in the fridge to rot?
Yeah,
yep.
And I'm just like,
are you packed?
No, I'm mentally. Yeah, I'm like,
you're mentally.
She's mentally packed.
There's laundry. There's laundry because there's always laundry beforehand.
Yeah, all of it. You have to do all of it, so you have all of your choices, right? So you have every choice.
So you can overpack.
Like
I'm gonna overpack.
You even need to do that when you're leaving Saturday. You have to wash Friday's clothes because what if you want to bring Friday's clothes?
Oh yeah,
in?
I will. I'm one of those people that will clean the house before she leaves.
Because you don't want to do a mess.
I
want to come
house.
home. Yeah,
I do that.
And
then and your mom's coming over to watch the cats and all that.
Yes, my mom will take care of the kitty cat. It's really fun because she, like I said, she's allergic. So the cat comes up and she'll like pat it on the head.
Because your mom is such a sweetheart.
And then she goes washes her hands. But no, it was really fun. Tara gave me some of the details and some of the interviews, and the folks are really nice. And it ought to be really fun because, I mean, I can blather on, but these are folks that work for these companies, and so I think it's going to be a really good podcast to listen to because you get to hear some different voices.
They get paid to professionally blather about their stuff. So
so let's put them to work.
Yep.
Okay, next week's episode 31. Have a great week, everybody. Bye, guys.
Bye. Happy 4th.